My name is Neil Kastenschmidt. I work at Rods Ride On Power Sports. I've been in the industry for about 8 years. I'm very passionate about everything to do with street riding and lately dual sport riding. My favorite thing actually lately has been doing really long distance riding, trying to do some iron butts. So we'll try to get some more of those under my belt next season. I guess you've heard the old cliche that riding is very cheap therapy, and that's definitely what I do. When I get out on my bike, it's just a total freedom. You kind of forget everything else that's going on in maybe your normal day-to-day, and that just really sets me free, and that's what I love about it. Last year, my dad had just gotten back into riding, been out of riding for about 20 years, and I convinced him, well, I didn't really have to convince him too hard, but he convinced himself to get a VTX 1300, a nice cruiser. So basically 2 weeks after he got it, we planned a trip up north, and we just spent 4 days riding around Minnesota and Wisconsin, touring and staying in cabins, and just put tons of miles on. That was, in the last probably 10 years of my riding, that was my best memory. Originally, I wasn't an employee at Rods. I came in to do some business, and I was just completely surprised at how this store ran. It was so much more honest and open and easygoing, straightforward than the previous places I had either worked or been a customer at. And I'd already been in the industry for 6 years at the point that I saw how Rods Ride On Power Sports worked. That transaction was enough for me to know that I someday wanted to work here. I always like selling bikes to people that are buying a bike as a first-time purchaser. It's great to get them into the sport, help them get them into the sport. You can come in sometimes to this kind of shop or a motorsports or power sports shop and be a little intimidated because you think you don't know what you need to maybe know, or there's such a huge selection of everything. There's tons of different kinds of bikes, and that's what we're here for. We're here to nail down the right bike for you and for your style of riding. Being an avid motorcyclist, well, it does a couple things. It definitely gets me passionate about and gets me excited to see the customer's passion about purchasing the bike. I know what they're in for. I know the fun they're about to have on this brand new bike. If it's a pre-owned bike or if it's a brand new bike, it really doesn't matter. They're gonna go out and make new experiences and have new experiences with that motorcycle. My son is 8 years old, and I just bought him a TTR 90. I can't believe I have so much fun just watching him rip around that field. I can spend an hour just sitting there watching him and my nephew ride around, go find little whoops to jump over, get the rear end to slide loose a little bit, stand up on the pegs. I mean, just stuff that I just have a blast watching them learn. And they're gonna crash. We're in a big grass field. I tell them, don't worry about crashing. You're gonna crash, just get back up. That's the important thing. And I can sit there just for an hour and just watch those guys rip around. I definitely need to add a couple more dirt bikes to the stable so I can get the rest of the family ripping around the grass. My name is Neil Kastenschmidt. I'm a salesman here at Rods Ride On Power Sports, and I live life wide open.
Rods Ride On Power Sports.